After the heat that was season 1 of The Walking Dead, I took a minor break to protect my CPU from overheating, came back with some Skyrim 4 play, which you should definitely go check out by the way, and circled back to The Walking Dead on crack, yes, the drug season 2. I apologize in advance if this video makes the No Nut November participants of this audience nut so hard they fly around like a hot air balloon at launch. 400 days and the first episode of season 2, timestamps in the description, so without further ado, let's go smoke some crack off the spawn of Satan's ass and begin The Walking Dead on Crack Part 4. Subscribe and leave a like if you enjoy the content, and let's get into it. I got The Walking Dead Definitive Edition since I'm doing the entire series, and you hear that? That's the drip Lee's got going on. Now for 400 days. Starts off with the type of gas station that sells live-action chum bucket cuisine, one stripper sign later, and boom, a ghost town. Wait, no, don't leave me! It seems the milk carton industry has been going through a boom recently, and we get to our 4 protagonists and 1 bitch-ass protagonist.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Don't know which order to start in, so I'll pick the I'm scared to ask if he's Asian dude. We start off with Glenn after he became a TCLR subscriber who's running a hit for the Chinatown Yakuza. Hey, that's Lee's drugstore. We have 3 options. Throw the gun on the roof, dumpster, or shove it up my asshole. Considering I'm out of my Brazer's prime years, I'm still stuck with 2 shit options, no pun intended, so I picked the less shitty one. Yeah, apparently wrong choice. 2 days in, so it seems like this was the first adventure I picked, and we have the fucker in front of us really trying to get me to sabotage his soap bar. Alright, wolf of suburban Wall Street, don't make me start a new shower harem. Okay, this actually does look like fun. The 2 black NPCs start— hold on, that's the easiest win of my life. Dan Locke back here committed fraud, and Danny Martinez over there stole some dude's virginity. I mean, it was 2012, after all, I would expect a life sentence. Hold on, wait. 15? Girl? You're telling me the crib raider here still has a functioning excretory system? I'm putting olive oil on that soap bar. Yeah, maybe your girlfriend doesn't want to talk to someone with the Hall of Fame Lollylatcher badge. At the very least, we can keep up to date with the new season of My Hero Academia in prison, I suppose. The dad at the local LA Fitness basketball court lied on the stand, which, hell yeah, I'm caught with a crime, my ass would be like, you see, your honor, aliens probed my anus implanting a mind control device, so the fraud wasn't technically my fault, it was Plankton who got his ass caught up in there. Now you have morals. Little girls are fine, but lying on the stand, that's where you draw the line?
Says the criminal. Is you dumb? Fuck Wall Street.
Fuck Wall Street.
Fuck Wall Street.
So how many GameStop shares do you think these guys have? Man, how the fuck you get convicted with $100 million in cash? Did you hire the Kyle Rittenhouse prosecution team?
But you decided you needed to run because of the fire on the Duramax?
Yes.
Why? What was so urgent?
It was a fire.
There's fires all—
Is you dumb?
Just slide the jury a cool 1 mil each and you'd be fine. I tell them I didn't have shooters, unfortunately, but still spun around the opposite block and my street cred skyrockets.
And you're bad luck, Vince.
Punishment, man.
Bad luck, Vince.
Keep that same energy when I bend your legs into an obtuse angle.
Fuck me. Fuck you, motherfucker.
We are changed to the chair, you cupcake for brains. How do you expect me to get in there? Problem is, Probo Pass is just sitting there like, guys, stop, love and war, right? He's choking the fucker. Get between— Oh, goddammit! Oh, jolly G Willikers. Great job, Derek Siobhan. Now step on the other guy's neck for the UAV kill streak. Whoa, hold on. I was kidding about the Derek shit. Fuck you mean he made a move?
He's just standing there, menacingly.
As I scooch over to make a seat for Jigglypuff after his antics, the fucker starts waving the Headspace Renovator. He's going after the minorities. I gotta get out of here. Fortunately, I'm sandwiched between some lighter skin races, so I'm safe from the vigilante. You see, these two, keep a note of them. Siobhan gets immediate karma, and the bus driver isn't gonna be a hero for $7.25 an hour. It takes the combined physical teamwork of 3 grown men to get the jello off the shotgun, and with me having the most experience, I pop the walker. Chains won't shoot off, and the keys aren't on the office— fuck. The Black Lives Matter protesters are here, and we are in an incriminating position. I try to shoot him, but Vince ain't no Carly, so we have to shoot one of the cuffs off. I sway that thing around just to show him who carries the pants in this relationship, and I'm giving it it's Danny. In a lawless wasteland, no preschooler would be safe, so me and Grant Cardone make a break for it. Next story is Wyatt, Yacht, whatever, in the next Fast and Furious movie. In this one, they're trying to race the mad scientist for the cure to the zombie walker plague. It's still a better story than what they're doing these days, honestly. The stoner behind the wheel just happened to accidentally aim and point the trigger, killing our pursuiters' friend, and after a couple misses, I'm able to drive the guy off the road. My friend thinks it's a great idea to turn off into the forest our pursuiter turned in. Now you want to turn off the lights because our pursuiter can't kill us if we kill ourselves. Outstanding maneuver. Better though, he thought taking some random gummies off some strangers was a great idea. The fact he's made it 44 days is baffling to me. Any white van with a "we got drugs" in the back surely's going to get him no problem. After a degenerate joke that can make its home on my channel, he asks for,
"See if there's still any sticky in the glove."
What? Does he have a pocket pussy in the glove compartment? What the fuck else could sticky be? In what world is weed sticky? It's not even fucking sticky. Maybe that's what those guys back there gave you. I don't even blame him anymore. Some cum-infused cannabis would make anyone start seeing red. That's where the bus driver ran off to. In his shock, it seems he thought the thrusting force of a no-nut November-induced cum shot would have slowed the car enough.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
I don't know how we hit him. I mean, it's been 1.5 months since the start and he still has his uniform on. Surprised we couldn't smell him coming when we made that turn into the forest. And this dunce wants us to walk out into the... Oui, monsieur, tu es très stupide si tu pensais que je vais quitter cette voiture. What, since we're speaking French and all? He tries to bully me into playing rock, paper, scissors to see who goes out, but I say I'll only agree to that if he calls his parents and gets them to admit he isn't a failure. And so he leaves to check if the definitely now a walker needs some Lily-style CPR. He throws me the keys just in case. What do you mean it's too dark? The keys are right there. Just Helen Keller the bitch. Oh, we've got company. As I preemptively tighten the fibers of my anus in a biological attempt at a butt plug, I ask you to remember this face. This man demonstrates a lack of understanding with firearms and uses it to break my window, but I get away just in time as he figures out where the trigger is. Anyways, good luck, Eddie. Remember the dyke and 13-year-old with daddy issues from the bus? Well, it's their time for a little bit of a fairy tale as we get to peek inside the Wait, where's my strap-on?
Where's my super suit?
It's these fucking bitch. Where the hell is the old fucker Vernon? I'm about to make them wish they didn't go into remission. The other characters are Molester Moon, and I swear she was a main character on Friends.
No one told you.
He tries to give Boyd praise for raising some vegetables, but all I can think of is 13 Reasons Broom or Littlefinger. Like Kanye, Roman would also do anything for a blonde dyke and invites me outside.
What did Roman want?
I don't know yet.
Are you gonna find out?
What? Bitch, you better not make me pull out my Chris Rocker thinking you grown. Well, we can deduce the humping maneuver from last episode proved ineffective. Roman tries to convince me the age of consent should be lowered, but I stop him in his tracks. He leaves me to try to snag a bite from what the other walker's having, but I wasn't in the mood for Build-A-Bear foam at the moment. After 3 tries, I realize some unknown force is stopping me from attempted suicide, so I go back in the
Oh, Jesus!
Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor.
Yeah, if you thought that thing was a puppy, there's plenty of room for you on the short bus. Courtney Cox tells me there's commotion outside and we get to a Hispanic attempting to cross the border. Oh, now Dorothy has opinions. Bitch, you better shut the fuck up before I use Thunderbolt on your love disc ass. We all get into an argument on what we should do and the first stop says,
"It's about ours. What's to stop him from coming back? And armed next time."
Well, fuck me, I'm not racist. I think we should let the guy go. In fact, let's have Afro Man over here escort him back directly to his not at all dangerous home camp.
The last time we did that, we lost Bree. And then Vernon with that goddamn boat.
It's enough to make a grown man.
I never thought a single line of dialogue could make me so happy. I am euphoric. I kind of like this guy, but he is a survivor, so I'm still preying on his downfall. I'm the swing vote, and I decide we should let him go since he probably has a gang that could potentially come back and kill all the cancer group survivors. We fast forward to a month later, and...
Do you have any 7s?
Go fish.
What? I'm just trying to see how much I can accentuate a mentally unstable person's trust issues.
Shouldn't have let that guy go. Boyd would still be alive and—
Boys, I'm sorry. I have failed No Nut November. Go on without me. Molester Moon comes back asking for my help, which unfortunately stops my rampaging go fish assault on a 13-year-old, but I want to see if I've broken the last 2 survivors yet, so I hustle.
I don't know if I should say anything.
Ah, come on. I promise I won't tell Roman you snitched.
They caught Stephanie stealing.
I heard about Stephanie.
Right here. She told me. Right over there, officer. To be fair, she may have not been trying to escape. Perhaps the friend reunion was just that important to her.
She had most of our ammo and medicine with her.
This is the clearest video I've ever seen. This is the most HD shit ever. This is 4K. How did they get you in 4K?
He tells me to go gather my gun because it was my fault for not killing the Latinx. I go back to the RV, but I'm confused whether Roman said strap or strap on, so I ask Becca what her opinion is, who tells me we have to kill Steph, and I know at that moment that this group was a cancer on Becca's development. I'm not trying to have a fucking reenactment of the Hitler Youth or something, so I start thinking, Joyce is almost at that age where we'll have to be finding Dory every other day. Kim Jong-un can't hold a candle to the real legend, and the guy who's trying to cosplay Goku's Super Saiyan Black form doesn't look too competent either. If me and Becca leave in the RV, we'd pretty much be ensuring their deaths. Becca doesn't like it, but she quickly changes her mind after I start unbuckling my belt again for the three-peat. So I take the keys, start the RV, and dip the scene, breaking their defenses, leaving the Chick-fil-A morning shift staff and Roman to try to last the week, and me and Becca start smoking the Lee Redemption pack, just like any TCLR subscriber would. Leave a like and subscribe to not only have anyone who cuts you off in traffic drop dead immediately from the radioactive force of your 15-inch radiating prime thruster that, unlike the cop from the second part of 400 Days, will allow you to stop the biggest of buses, trucks, moving halls in their tracks, but two, more importantly, not miss out on future content. After finishing the Lee Redemption pack, it's time for the penultimate story, Russell. It's only 184 days in, and Russell here's trying to walk 80 miles to his grandma's house, which is just pure genius. There's no better way to stay well-fed in a zombie apocalypse than that option. Apparently, we've time-traveled back to the Underground Railroad, and we aren't in Canada yet, so we have to hide from— Oh, hey, Carly. The guy catches me with a dead body, but he understands since it is the middle of November and all. I give him my name, Asswipe, and he offers me a ride, which I decline at first until he tells me he's got candy in the glove box, which shatters my resolve. He gives me, an underage child, some whiskey, and I partake in that opportunity to blackmail him in the future in case he becomes successful. I tell Goodwill Wolverine about the last group I was with, which included a dad and his daughter, till Danny from Day 2 reincarnated.
Go back to the daughter. Steve was a bad dude.
The Steve guy said 7 was the magic numbers. They didn't add anyone else, just ran around robbing and killing and some organized crime, violence, and shit. Great job, Russell. Tell the stranger your life story. This guy's an undercover cop. The RICO warrants are already being filed. After refusing to give him any child porn— You know what? I'm not getting caught up in the next great purge, Comrade Susan. I serve the Uvia Tubian as a loyal ally. Don't question my loyalty, please. Anyways, he wants me to see some Walker Milkers and— Come on, man. That's a 7 at best. Although I'm sure it's a 10 compared to your usual proclivities.
Go back to the daughter.
We get to a gas station and—
Oh shit! Go!
Russell's dumbass somehow thinks running towards the bullets is a smart idea. The hillbilly tells me he'll cover me and says, "Psych, bitch, you thought," but I still make it back in one piece. After our armored personnel carrier gets caught in mud—
He just like me.
He asks me to cover him and I don't. Bitch, die.
Get ready to slumber.
Brother, go home.
Eventually, we wrap back around, sneak in sneakily, and hit the gunman with the Rosa Parks attack from the back special. Armed and Dangerous over here has been through the block before, and his older friend, who I presume was the one the stoner shot from episode 1. Well, you can't really blame him for fucking up his gun twice now, since he only figured out how a gun works a few hours ago. He asks me to kill the old people and take their stuff, which I told him is what made me leave my old group in the first place, so I don't know why he thought asking me that would ever work out. But you can't blame him. It took all his brain power just to figure out what a gun does. He had no more room for other memories, so I just leave him to execute Reverse Order 66. It's time for the bitch-ass protagonist, which will make more sense around episode 4 to 5 of season 2. We start the episode flirting with an old guy looking like the only snake she wants in her mouth is his. I was a crack addict they found off the street, so I'm assuming some sort of Stockholm Syndrome is at play here. Okay, wait a minute, he has a wife. I mean, why settle for just one when you can double dip, I guess? The wife asks what we're doing, and there isn't a trying to blow him like a Nintendo cartridge option, so I tell her we were talking about fishing. Bad move, apparently. Leland hates fishing, but his quick thinking shocks me thoroughly, shatters my ankles beyond repair.
I go fishing all the time. Thought you didn't I?
Yeah, hold on, I'm just gonna write that down real quick. She doesn't want to tell us what's in the duffel bag, so I lag behind just in case. Her and Leland start arguing until we start getting shot and I'm not strapped up. They caught me lacking and my shoulder paid the price with Dee and Leland leaving me behind. I'm able to Club Penguin waddle away to the town center loading screen though, saving my ass and giving me and my superior internet connection enough time to follow my house-wrecking targets into a cornfield. I think I know who's chasing us. I end up stuck behind a tractor with no lean in my bladder, leaving me in a little bit of a predicament. I find the face masher, brain blaster, and hide until the enemies come in close. You know, just as a social experiment, let's see what happens if I don't swing. I die. Okay. Very nice. Exactly what I suspected. So this shadowy figure was definitely an enemy. Alright, next time around, thwack! It's D. Yeah, I'm not tearing up. Face drier than girlfriends of non-TCLR subscribers. I even let her know I'm about to unleash the Gawk Awk 3080 Ti on Leland's newly single status tonight. Leland is sad she's dead. Yes, unfortunately, it's really sad. Anyways, let's go. He decides to take the duffel bag with him, so at least some part of her spirit gets to watch me ride him like a tractor, hopefully with a little lean in my bladder this time. After those 5 exhilarating, gravity-defying missions, we get to the main quest line. We see some smoke in the distance and decide sneaking up on a survivor camp at night is the move here, using the excellent recruiting strategy of showing that even the brain dead are allowed to join should ease any nerves and potential imposter syndromes. I somehow get close enough without getting popped by Vince, who is now a veteran with that motherfucking thing. I tell them we have food, water, and most importantly pornographic content at our settlement, which is more than enough to get everyone to hop on board, except for Russell, who seems adamant on staying out here by himself for some reason. But hey, I'm sure Charles Darwin mentioned this somewhere in his chronicles. That's the 400 Days DLC. Pretty good bite-sized appetizer to the main course we have going on. The Robin to her Batman, the Goldfish to her Cheez-Its, the Arby's to her Cyanide. The reason we're all here, it's time for Clementine and Season 2 of The Walking Dead on crack. We get some banger names for Season 2, All That Remains, Amid the Ruins, No Going Back, Goodness, your mom's pink lightsaber must be attached to my back, because I'm shivering. Predicting how the season is going to go if I didn't know what was going to happen already. In episode 1, I'll have to avoid some potty predators. Episode 2, we're going to be joining the Netflix remake of Operation Iraqi Freedom. Episode 3, I'll join the Underground Railroad and free the returning burgeoning slave trade. I'll join a cult in episode 4, dealing in nefarious activities related to actually liking Burger King. And episode 5, Clem will acquire the ice to freeze over this world, thus saving us from the zombie apocalypse. I'm ready for it. It's nice to see the updated graphics with memories like Doug's stalwart colon defense technique, the urbanness that was massacring an old man in a farmhouse, the hate boner for Ben and Lily enlarging to 2.5 times the starting size, the only people you don't want to see in a remission, and finally, Episode 1 starts off with the goat looking up at the sky, deciding if she really has to do it to him again. She met up with Omid in the evolved form of Jigglypuff, so we know she's safe. They use that secret code that means bend me over and around like a 4D-shaped crafts class, and I'm sent to clean up in the other by myself? Without checking it first? Lee really died for this. We need every CPS officer a code 22 chromo. I repeat, a code 22 chromo. My infuriation at them disrespecting Lee's memory leads to me looking for some ops to pop in the bathroom stalls. The first one lost a battle to the almighty Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supreme, second one looks cleaner than any public bathroom I've ever been in, and the last one breaks my immersion, because no way public toilets can be that clean. As I'm cleaning my face, I drop the water bottle, thank goodness I'm not in prison. Then someone breaks in, so I hide with perfect feet placement on the toilet, but Clementine ain't about that life, as she shivers too loudly on the toilet while leaving the Magnum on the sink for the... She's Clementine. All is forgiven. Also, she's like 8.5. I don't expect her to be the grizzled war veteran Lee was.
I see you.
No, you don't. She ends up going through Dora the Explorer's backpack I had lying there, leaving her flabbergasted that I have no convenient supplies for the job. She comes after my hat and by God, even Omid couldn't take that remark standing down and comes in to save me. But he's a little slow as the bathroom closes and... It appears a hole has appeared in his aortic region. Why the fuck does she look traumatized? Didn't you just say you robbed someone before? And then she drops the gun when Krista Are you dumb? She must have been on the perks when robbing the last gang. The only dog she has in her is a neutered one with frequent experience at the end of a newspaper. Also, I love how Krista just pops her without pulling up the gun. What an intro. You can't leave this one with a loose booty hold and a dry shirt, no doubt about it. 16 months later and Clem is all grown up now. And someone popped the Marshmallow Man because I see no baby in sight. This deep plot point was missed by most player. Many didn't get it. Being Krista not being in jail right now is confirmation by the writers that the series doesn't take place in Texas. I asked Krista we need to find some boys and she says nah, before telling me how we need to get to Wellington to get some boys. Which is it, Krista?
Hi, Miss Lee.
I'm instructed with keeping the fire lit, so I look for my mixtape in the bag and the drawing of Kenny I made, as well as the picture of the goat. It appears my bars were much more Jack Harlow than Drake in 21, so I have to burn Kenny's drawing just to keep the fire going. I hear a scream, and while going to investigate, my biggest fears were confirmed. It's the Supreme Court. My quick thinking and shot-putting skills gave Krista the opportunity to escape, and as I try to make my own getup, oh shit! I had him like Kyrie going up against a Jewish player and hit him with the Holocross. After shattering his ankles, he ends up catching up to me to claim his L, and after offering him up as a sacrifice, I celebrate and scream, K-pop sucks dick! Unfortunately committing one of the classic blunders as the Twitter stands start showing up in droves, causing me to dive into the river to make my getaway. I wake up in the new Dead Island map and damn, Clem's got hops beyond that Lara Croft training regiment. After seeing some bushes move, I investigate, and it's a doggo. Clem's a better person than me. If I was in the apocalypse, I'd be eating good for weeks.
Okay, you don't like that. Got it. Sorry.
The doggo leads me back to his base camp that used to be his home. I begin training the dog in a brutal work regiment, so I live out my Borderlands 3 Beastmaster dream, and I go New York dumpster diving to find a can of beans. Still better than finding and eating lettuce from the damn dumpster. Who the hell watches this and thinks, yes, dumpster lettuce?
Is you dumb?
I look for a can opener to open the beans, although the cooler only had an Elden Ring trap that leads to a Discord moderator's basement, so no luck there. We see the dad strapped up and some dumb kink gone wrong with the knife we need in his arm, so I channel my ancestors Unga and Bunga to finish my anatomy homework before taking the can opener and helping myself to some beans. The dog is hungry and I feed we have to share.
Communist detected on American soil. Lethal force engaged.
Unfortunately, McCarthy sees nothing but red, but I fight for the Uviat Tubian, damn it, and show him the consequences of standing up against our Grand Secretariat. What? Clem, you left the beans! Aren't you starving? Yeah, your chances don't look good. After a little moving, I decide to take a nap with no walkers or— oh no, it's a Letterman jacket! I attempt my quick getaway from the Walmart employee, but in my weakened state, he catches up to me and begins wearing down my mental with this high school quarterback stories. As I am on the brink of death, though, I get saved. Robin Hood is also a shooter as my boys run the block on the ops and make their quick getaway before the cops show up. I tell Luke I'm a strong, independent woman who don't need no man, but he lets me know it's still 2013, foiling my plans. As I reminisce about the story of the last 24 hours and that I'm still 10 years old, Luke drops me to avoid any potential cases. Nah, it's because I'm bitten. I tell him it's a dog, which, you know, a dog's mouth is different from a human's by a large degree, and I know this misunderstanding will clear up soon. You see? Yeah, it's a dog bite. No doubt. Couldn't have been human. Okay, thanks. Let's get you to our doctor.
Like that's ever gonna happen.
What the fuck do you mean hard to say? Are you on track to go #1 in the 2013 McDonald's draft? Of course it's not a human bite. They ask me where the dog went and I tell them I killed it because it attacked me, but boy, it seems like Luke is gunning hard for Pete's shift manager position, because what the fuck did you expect me to do, Luke? Pete wants me to look him in the eyes to ascertain my bullshit, but from what I've seen, it's like taking candy from a baby, so I trick him and then proceed to pass. Shit. There goes all my hard-earned trust. They probably already killed me before I dropped to the floor. I expect to wake up to— I wake up to the after party and— oh, that was close, you fucking dunce. But finally the doctor comes in, thank you. He of course will know this is definitely not a lurker bite, and everyone can calm the fuck.
Whatever it was, it got you good.
Where the fuck did you get your medical degree? Kazakhstan? From the Borat movie? Pete suggests to take my arm off.
And
What the fuck is you talking about?
What the fuck was that?
I'm sorry.
I give Carlos the sad eyes because surely this will flip his mind a little bit. About as much flipping as fucking California over the last 50 years. He's got a heart of pure iron. He makes Thanos collect the Infinity Stones for him. Also, he threatens to belt his daughter Sarah, a subtle jab from the writers of Season 2 to show that Carlos isn't white. Luke is telling the doctor I'm in bad shape and...
We have all that stuff inside the cabin. We could probably get by
Alvin,
with
please.
it. But yeah, we can't do nothing.
Feel like bitchy here.
Rebecca's pussy must be from a fairy tale because its effects are magical. As a response for killing a dog, they treat me like an unwanted pet and lock me into a shed, with my wound having a high possibility for infection. There's no way he's a doctor. I find some thread I can use as stitches, and I try grabbing the hammer, but come on, Clem, I know damn well you can jump higher than that. After another one bites the dust, I grab the hammer and launch the pilot episode of the 6th season of Prison Break. After sneaking in, I peek into their house meeting to ensure I haven't joined a cult, or worse, a nofap congregation, before making my way upstairs to look for some rubbing alcohol and a needle.
Hey. And last but not least, we have
Clementine.
Phillips with men's
gaslighting.
Once again, he gave a gold medal performance last Olympics. Let's see how he does this Olympics, ladies and gentlemen. Can he do it again?
Let's go.
Right? We can be best friends.
Bitch, I'm dying! Give me the damn bandages! I'd make a joke, but I'm fairly certain she's actually clinically autistic, so I promise to be her friend, and she whips out the pinky, leaving me in an unenviable position. I have to pinky promise, the greatest sign of trust, and knowingly lie, since we can't have become best friends in minutes. I might lie in court, goddammit, but I damn sure don't while pinkying. I end up stooping though, since gangrene is a worse fate than breaking a pinky. She gives me the utensils, and as I get a needle from the bathroom, a challenger approaches. I hide in the shower as Rebecca comes in and drops the Japanese 1945 firebomb.
And let it be his.
Man, Alvin doesn't deserve this. People talk about The Simpsons predicting the future, but Telltale got one up on them, predicting the Will Jada Smith saga. Afterwards, I make my great escape in the 6th season of Money Heist. Lean. Panty scraps. Thread. Obvious dog bite.
Long ago, the 4 nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the
gangrene
attacked. Only the
doctor,
master of all 4 elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most,
he turned out to be retarded. Clem pours the lean on her wound and starts looking like me on December 1st, and then we get the iconic sequence of Season 2 Clementine. Finally, we're done, but we make the fatal mistake of figuratively dropping the soap, and a walker almost lead us. I kick the fucker off me, and Clementine needs more anatomy lessons, so we give her another hands-on experience while all the cabin members come in to watch the show.
What the?
I'm still not bitten.
The main character of Forrest Gump and polygamy as a lifestyle gets mad I stole some supplies because they didn't want to patch up my arm. Pretty stupid, but what else can you expect from trigger fingers? And just because I'm taken doesn't mean I can't peruse the menu. Carlos stitches me up, and at the very least, he knows what a fucking fever is. He gives me some shit for attempting to save myself and asks me to do the unthinkable and break my pinky promise with Sarah. Good thing Luke intervenes with that budget food, don't look too deep into it, the devs were tired that day for dinner. As me and Luke are socializing,
you say that again. Scars? They're way cooler than stumps.
Nick comes in and apologizes for being the dickhead who somehow makes it to the end of every season of Hell's Kitchen, and he even has a Doofenshmirtz backstory where they brought someone in and he was bitten, which killed his mom, so no hard feelings. I then give Luke the Lee backstory.
His name was Lee. He taught me how to survive. He taught me how to shoot a gun.
What happened to him?
I ran away. I was stupid. There was a man who said he knew my parents. I thought I knew what I was doing, but I ran away, and Lee died because of it.
Pete comes in to turn out the lights, and after him and Luke leave.
Oh, you're still here.
You're still here? Rebecca is not only for the streets, she is the literal meaning of the streets. So I hit her with the,
whose baby is it?
Excuse me?
And she says I'm gonna be a problem. As if it isn't your bitch ass who keeps antagonizing me, looking like the Netflix reboot of Miss Frizzle. Boy, if you don't get your
seatbelts, everyone!
looking ass out my face before I start singing like Miley Cyrus. Me, Nick, and Pete are going to the river to fish the next day, and Nick gets mad when Pete tells me his diaper stories, causing Nick to storm off until we start looting the corpses, since it might give us an idea of who orchestrated this brutal, ugly, homicidal, rampaging terror. This beautiful song, the dance of eliminating, purging the radicals. We split up with Nick taking one bank, Pete taking another, and me taking the middle.
I think we all know where this is going.
Before that though, it's the fucker who ran up on me and Krista. I ask him what happened to her and all he can say is, water. You know, like a bitch. Fuck no, you ain't getting no water. Pete thinks he stepped in some shit, but it's even worse than that. Unfortunately, the K-pop stands dox my location and come out in droves, and I'm forced to pick one side. I pick Pete because I fear for my safety with Goodwill Ben over here, who fortunately makes it out on his own, while me and Pete run in the opposite direction. And that's episode 1 of season 2. I want to thank you all for watching, really do appreciate the support. But let me know what other games you want to see, and as always, leave a like and subscribe if you do enjoy, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.